Hey everybody, it's Alex here with StudioFernandina. It's kind of weird, I'm filming this backwards. This is actually, I'm refilming the July update. It's the second week of September. If you watch all the other videos I'm posting and about to post in the next 2-3 days to catch up with everything, you'll understand why this is a little backwards. But anyways, like I said, I'm refilming this. I did shoot some stuff in July. It just wasn't actually the July update. It was all other random stuff. So, anyways, when you, well, like I said, when you watch the videos, you'll understand. So, anyways, for July, the color that I picked for this little monthly challenge thing was blue, and I was in the middle of moving, so I knew the only thing I was going to do, the only thing I started to do, was the shape and line drawing, because it's the easiest to do. I can show you actually what I got done with it, which isn't all that much. I mean, it was the most difficult part, which is surprising, which is essentially the layout. As you can tell, this is going to be one of the bigger drawings. But this, yeah, something like that. Laying that out, just that shape, getting those shapes exactly where I want to. I don't know if you can see in the video, if it will refocus. Yeah, you can see all those little hash marks I got, where I'm figuring out where the lines are going to end up, where the color is, where the color isn't, so I keep track of what's what on the paper. But laying all this out is really the most difficult part about making one of these paintings and drawings. The actual physical act of drawing the lines, once I know where the shapes are, is easy. It's just time consuming, and it hurts my hand, it hurts your eyes. It's a physical and mental strain, especially with those larger pieces. Even if you watch the time-lapse video that I did with the yellow shape and line drawing, that one really gave me headaches, and I had to stop multiple times. There was also the challenge of actually shooting the whole thing that I was trying to do as one real video instead of piecing together pictures like I did with the red one in January. But the bigger they get, the more difficult, the more stressful they are from a physical point of view. Like I said, with my hands, getting hand cramps, with my eyes, getting a headache. Logistical crap that you never really think about questioning when you look at a work of art, or at least a lot of people I imagine wouldn't think about it. And I went to an art school my whole life, education-wise, from like, hell, even 3rd and 4th grade still had art classes, was heavy on that. So, but that's the only thing that I started in July. The swirl painting, if you remember when I did the purple one, was that February? Where'd that paper go? I think it was February I did purple. And the background was real blue heavy when I did that purple swirls. So I'm going to do another one and make it darker blue. That had a lot of light blues in it. So the swirl painting that I'm going to do for July, when I do get back around to it, is going to be a darker blue based swirl. Not as like solid as, if you can see that guy, this is one of the bigger pieces from the swirl project. That's just a solid cobalt blue background. I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about the swirls are going to be dark blues and everything. The background might be some lighter blues mixed with some other stuff, obviously some metallics and some glitter paint that I've been getting into throughout the year. But size-wise, swirl paintings, let's see, I've done the small ones, I've done plenty of small ones. As you can see, I've done big ones, like this orange one is a 24 by 36, that blue one's a 30 by 40. So I have a range of canvases available to me. I've been doing real narrow ones lately, so I'll probably do like a square. Like for September, actually, this is going to be the pink shade, swirl painting. It's just a 20-inch square, I think, maybe 18. It's one of those two. But this is one thing I was about to start after I finished filming this update, which since I don't have too much to show you, is going to be smaller than normal, thankfully. But anyways, I'll probably do another square for the blue one for the swirl painting, and the background will be kind of a mixture, kind of like a scribbled mixture, blended mixture that I've been getting into more and more with both the scribbles and the swirl paintings, as I challenge myself a little more and push it and make it a little more interesting to see how it is. The scribble painting, I know I've done a couple small test pieces. I don't think I have any of them right here. Actually, I just found the swirl, the purple swirl that I was talking about, at least. I can show you that one. And this is, like you can tell, these are purple swirls, but the background is so much blue in it that a lot of people thought it was the blue scribbles, or swirls. But that type of mixture on the background is what I'm going to be going for, but it's going to be blue heavy, and I'm going to try to put darker blues into it, and the metallics and everything. As far as the scribble, actually, give me 1 sec, I can show you one other thing, as you take a nice look at my pajama bottoms. You know, one of them. This is something I did years and years and years ago. I want to say this is like 2011. This is when I first started doing swirls. It's not one of the originals, but it's all mixed paint. You know, I wasn't buying these 50-cent Folk Art bottles of pre-mixed stuff. I was just mixing down and diluting the heavy-bodied Liquitex that I had lying around. And this is basically, I had started a couple of swirls. I think the first one literally is titled Drunken Swirls. It's a red and black on a white background. It's just simple red and black swirls. And I think it is up, I don't think it's in Dogstar, I think it's in Speakeasy Vaporium, but it's in one of those two places. And I did a couple other color combinations, and then I had my first kind of, I consider it a bad attempt, a learning process on doing a mixed background, but it's because of the type of heavy body paints I was using, and I used a lot of water to mix these together. But anyways, like I said, this is what blue and, you know, maybe some green swirls look like on a mixed background. And this is trying. This is the very beginning. This is, like I said, in my opinion as the artist, after a few years of learning experience, I look at that and compared to what I'm doing now, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of pathetic. But in hindsight, knowing where I was at that time and knowing where I've come and how I've learned from it, it's a learning process. It's a learning piece. I'd like to fix it. I'd like to do something with it. Don't know what yet, but that's why it just chills around in the back. Like, I got all this other stuff that you can't really see. I got this list of art and canvases and drawings and stuff that are either half finished or were just experimental pieces. Like all those 8x10s that I made a few years ago were kind of just color experiments, because the 8x10 canvases were real cheap, like less than $1 a piece. But so anyways, like I said, the swirls will be much better than that and darker than that, you know, just real nice and improved. But the scribbles will be interesting. I was going to use these slanted canvases that I bought a few months ago for the black scribbles, but I might repurpose them and use them for the blue scribbles, because I have a much broader color palette when it comes to the shades of blue and the other colors that I can throw into it, that I want to throw into it, I'll put it that way. that the three-dimensionality of these canvases will be a little more highlighted, and I just think with what I have in my head, it's a little hard to explain right now, but I believe it will just pop more. That it'll highlight the physical depth of the canvases a little more, and it'll just look cooler than the shades of black on it. So that's a new thing for me, is using physical slanted canvases. It's just another thing that Michael's tried, and I guess it didn't sell enough because they put them on clearance, and now they have like a small selection of them instead of this big selection that they had of all these different sizes. Now they're doing canvas colored letters, which are pretty cool, so I might pick some of those up just to do some stuff for me or some of my friends. That would be the type of thing that I'd love to do as a like a continuing something that I'd sell, is like custom name things. Which hell, why don't I just say that now? If anybody wants a custom name or team name or whatever, you know, you can contact me. You'll find StudioFernandina on Facebook and write me a message, and we can work something out. Because I can do anything with any of these paintings. I've been waiting to do it for my custom, get my own website, but I mean, I can do anything paint-wise, art-wise. I can make whatever color combination someone wants. I can, you know, with leathers and shapes and designs. I can do your name or your kid's name and their favorite colors. I could do, like I said, team names. There's one thing that I was thinking of doing where I'd take a long canvas and kind of break it in half jaggedly, not physically, but I mean with paint, where you'd have like the colors of two different teams. Like say, I'm on the Florida-Georgia line, so you got families that one person loves the Georgia Bulldogs, the other person loves the Florida Gators, or the Seminoles, and that's a house divided, you know, or whether you got someone from Buffalo that moved down here to Florida, and you got the Jaguars and you got the Bills. That'd probably make you want to drink more. But you get the idea. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. That's pretty much all there is July update wise. I'm just starting to ramble about other art ideas. So I hope you watch the other videos. They're obviously a little more entertaining than this one. This one's just a little more informative. And like I said, I had to reshoot it. If I let the July updates that I filmed in July, the bits and pieces, actually play as the update, it probably would have been really, really, really depressing. And that's at least the feeling that I got from it. So anyways, I'll see y'all next time. I hope you have a good, what the hell day of the week is it? It's Tuesday. That's right. So I'm going down to Dogstar because they finally got the arcade games back. Yay. So hope you have a good rest of the week and a good rest of September. I'm sure all the parents are celebrating that got their kids in school now, that they're like, yay, we're free. Fortunately, I don't have that problem. So, but I'll see y'all next time.